Hey guys, welcome to another episode from New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a couple of years ago Robin and I did an epic adventure around New Zealand doing 365 days of 365 activities. And on this day in this episode we are going to be spending our last day in Franz Josef doing some really awesome kayaking on one of the lakes that have been formed by the glacier. It's pretty cool, so check it out, and at the end of the video we're going to go through some of the comments and questions you guys had, so stick around to the end. Today we are heading to Lake Mapourika, which is where we're going to be doing a kayaking tour with Glacier Country Kayaks. We are getting a courtesy shuttle to the lake from Franz Josef Township and meeting our awesome guides for today, which is Dale, who has lived here for most of his working life, about 6 years, so he's super passionate about the place, as well as Izzy, who is a German working holiday maker with probably the coolest job ever.
Before we head to the placid waters of Lake Mapourika, Izzy is giving us a quick rundown on how to kayak. We have done a couple of tours so far, kayaking, so we feel quite confident, and in no time we are on the water ready to go. Lake Mapourika is world famous for being one of those amazingly reflective lakes. It's another one of those black glacier lakes, and Dale goes over the whole story and why it is a black lake and why it is so reflective. It all has to do with the tannins from the forest nearby falling into the lake and making it really dark. This gives it this really reflective nature and makes it for amazing pictures. Speaking of pictures, all along the tour Dale and Izzy are taking awesome shots of us. They have DSLR cameras and are giving us the pictures for free at the end of the tour. That's really cool.
Lake Mapourika is surrounded by one of the largest kiwi sanctuaries on the West Coast region. This tour is taking us across Lake Mapourika towards the ancient rainforest towards the back of the lake, which has been left untouched for hundreds of years. And along the way, Dale is giving us lots of information on the Maori legends surrounding the lake, as well as telling us the story of how the kiwi bird lost its wing. And he tells it with such skill. New Zealanders really have a knack for telling stories.
The slow glide along the Lake Mapourika is probably the easiest kayaking trip you can ever dream of. There is not a single wave, there is not a pip of wind. It is absolutely gorgeous and super easy to kayak. If you've never tried kayaking before, this is probably the best place for you to give it a shot. And because it's so easy, it gives us plenty of time to chat with our fellow tourgoers. We have a lovely Canadian couple which is here for only 2 weeks in New Zealand and chose that as one of their water activities in the country, and there is also a Swiss couple which is here on a working holiday visa, spending 12 months in the country working and traveling. And that's after a good half an hour of paddling that we are finally making it to the other side of the lake, where the beach forest is starting and where the scenery changed dramatically.
As we reach the other side of Lake Mapourika, Dale is taking the time to tell us more about how the lake has been formed. It has been created by the Franz Josef Glacier's retreat about 14,000 years ago. Along with Lake Mapourika's formation, it has also created this diverse ecosystem, with forests filled with kiwi birds surrounding the lake, and in the waters long-finned eels, which we actually spot a few while we're kayaking around.
Local Maori tribes call longfin eel tuna, and this is a very essential part of their diet, as that was probably one of the only way they could get proteins before the settlers came in with all their cattle. We keep on making our way alongside the shore of the lake, and one of the awesome things about being around this lake in a kayak is that it's super maneuverable, so we get to make our way super close to some of the most remote places of the lake. And Dale and Izzy are looking forward to taking us into a really remote inlet where they have some really awesome stories to tell us.
And now we are heading into the heart of the Okarito Kiwi Sanctuary, which is one of the places with the rarest kiwi species in New Zealand called the rowie. And Dale is telling us all about this as we are relaxing in this hidden inlet of Lake Mapourika. We also take the time to taste a few of the plants around here, such as horopito, which has this bitter and spicy taste to it.
And it's after being in such an amazingly protected place that we are starting to make our way back toward the base. And along the way, Dale and Izzy are still sharing heaps of stories and knowledge with us, such as the fact that the whole forest around is full of kahikatea trees, which are over 900 years old. It is such a place of history. It really feels that this lake hasn't changed since the Jurassic. From our little kayak in the middle of this gigantic lake, we get to hear even more stories and also get to understand our surroundings. From there, we can actually see two of New Zealand's biggest and tallest mountains, Mount Cook and Mount Tasman, but they are slowly getting covered with clouds because the weather is so ever-changing above the lake.
Along the way, Dale is setting us a few fun challenges to do, like standing up in our kayak and trying to race each other back towards the shores of Lake Mapourika, because now we've got quite a lot of confidence to get some speed.
Once we arrive back onto the shore, we are helping the team to load the kayak back up onto the truck and also take the time to take a couple of cheesy tourist pictures, because why the hell not? And it's with kayak-filled head that we are making our way toward the next destination of our journey. We are leaving Franz Josef Glacier for another glacier called the Fox Glacier. And we are going to be checking out the Ivory Towers backpacker, and tomorrow we start our exploration.
And a bit of a behind the scene. I'm not doing no shit on my kayak. Izzy's doing everything for me and I'm just filming. And I think she's gonna be pretty sweaty at the end of this tour.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and we still have some more epic videos to come. And just so you know about this company, we went with Glacier Country Kayaks, but just a quick update on them. They've now changed their name to Franz Josef Wilderness Tours. So if you are trying to find this particular tour, make sure to check out Franz Josef Wilderness Tours. Also, they do fishing, they do sort of kayaking to Kiwi Sanctuary. They do lots of different things as well. So yeah, that's you should go check them out. And some of the comments that we got from Scotia's Place saying, beautiful lake, happy to see some Canadians. Yes, there were some Canadians on our tour. Yeah, so that's pretty cool to meet people from all over the world when you're doing these tours around New Zealand. And we also got a comment from Chasing Adelaide saying, nice lake, good video. It was a stunning lake. And this is a really cool activity to do if you don't have the budget to go do a heli hike on the glacier, because that can be like one of the most expensive things you do in New Zealand. Then this is a really cool alternative, or additionally a good thing to do in Franz Josef, seeing some of the awesome landscapes that have been formed by the Franz Josef Glacier. And you'll learn about how this beautiful reflective lake was formed on the tour. Your guides are really informative. So yeah, all good things for this beautiful kayak tour around Lake Mapourika. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and that way you'll be able to get notifications from when we do our live Q&A sessions, which we do every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time. Make sure to join us for one of those Q&A sessions so you can ask your New Zealand travel questions directly to us, and we will answer them straight away for you. Alright guys, see you for the next episode.